Hey mathematicians, so today we're going to keep going with inequalities. Today we're going to be doing absolute value inequalities. So since you all did the vocabulary, you know that absolute value means the distance from 0. So if I say the absolute value of 2 or negative 2, it's still just 2. So when you solve an absolute value problems, you solve two cases. So if the absolute value of x is 2, you know that x is either 2 or x is negative 2. If it's positive and if it's negative. So you need two cases. If you're solving two cases and it's an inequality, that means it's a compound inequality. So again, if the absolute value of x is k, that means there's a dot at k and a dot at negative k, whatever k is. So if you look at the possible graphs, if the absolute value of x is greater than k, so the arrow is going to the right, that means from negative k, the arrow is going to the left. That's because you got negative k by multiplying k by negative 1, so the inequality sign flipped. Remember, if they're going away from each other, that is called a union. If it is less than the positive number, so it's going to the left, that means it's going to be going to the right from the negative number. So it's going to be a connection in between. Remember, that's called a union. So for example, if the absolute value of x is 2, that means x was either 2 or it was negative 2. If you move it to an inequality, if the absolute value of x is greater than or equal to 2, it's a closed dot, arrow goes to the right from 2, closed dot, arrow goes to the left from negative 2. The only thing that changes is it's an open circle if it's not or equal to. Remember, if it's less than 2, you have the intersection in between 2 and negative 2. Just make sure you check and see if it's a closed circle or an open circle. All right, let's solve some problems. So the absolute value of 2x plus 1 is greater than or equal to 3. So we need two problems. So that means 2x plus 1 is greater than or equal to 3. Also means that 2x plus 1 is less than or equal to negative 3. So based on the last slide, you can see that it's greater than 3, which means this is going to be a union. They're going to be going away from each other. So let's solve these up. So instead of plus 1, you want to subtract 1 from both sides, which means 2x is greater than or equal to 2. So then we want to divide by 2. Since the 2 was not negative, the inequality sign doesn't flip, so x is greater than or equal to 1. It's or equal to, so it's a closed circle, starts at 1, fill it in, and the arrow goes to the right. So what most freshmen do at this point is go over to negative 1, make a closed circle, and go that way. It does not work the same way. So what we want to do here, again, you solve it the same way, but it's not just going to be the mirror image. So subtract 1, so 2x is less than or equal to negative 4. Divide by 2. Again, since you're dividing by positive 2, the inequality sign is not going to flip. So x is less than or equal to negative 2, not the negative 1 that you thought it was going to be. So it is a closed circle. Arrow goes to the left. Absolute value of x divided by 3 minus 1 is less than 2. So again, it's less than the number. It's going to be going to the left, which means it's going to be going to the right from the opposite. So it's going to be an intersection. They're going to meet. So let's write our two inequalities that we're going to solve. So x divided by 3 minus 1 is less than 2. X divided by 3 minus 1 is greater than negative 2. Again, you're not just going to be able to solve one of them then take the negative number. So since it's -1, we want to add 1. So x divided by 3 is less than 3. So now we're going to multiply. Since it's x divided by 3, we're going to multiply both sides by 3. Last time we checked, 3 times 3 is 9. So x is less than 9. It's not or equal to, so it's an open circle at 9. We're going to be going to the right some distance. We'll find out how far when we solve this other side. So instead of -1, again, we solve it the same way, add 1, which means x divided by 3 is greater than -1. Keep going the same way. Instead of divide, multiply by 3. The last time we checked, -1 times 3 was -3. So not -9. So x is greater than -3. So open circle at -3. Arrow is going to go to the right. So it's going to connect in between +9 and -3. So this is an intersection. All right, get to work.